Hi friends, welcome to Pilates Fusion Training. I'm Andy and today we have a strength Pilates Fusion total body workout, my absolute favorite kind of class. Pilates is literally the hottest thing right now in the fitness world. The Pilates and Strength classes hugely impactful and popular right now. Some of us have been on this trend for a very long time, but if you're new, welcome. Today I have some 5s, some 10s, and I'm gonna grab some ankle weights. So I'll be right back. That's what we're using in this class today, and we're gonna start on our backs. Okay, back with the ankle weights. I have my weights there. We're gonna start on our back. Go ahead and just take those hands to your side just for a second here. I want you to breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Good, just find that Pilates breath for 2 more breaths. So breathe in, expand that rib cage like an accordion. On the exhale, everything cinches in as you blow that air back out through your mouth. Good, one more inhale. And exhale through your mouth. Excellent. Breathe in. Let's take those hands up overhead. Exhale, tilt those hips to take away the space between your low back and the mat and pull those legs up to tabletop. Good. You're going to keep that core connection as you inhale and take opposite arm and leg out. Big exhale. Pull everything back to the center. Breathe in. And exhale, dive that belly each time to find that connection and pull it back to the center. We're really just taking it nice and slow here. We're finding and activating that deep core. Let me put in my little plug for props here. They are always optional, even the weights, friends. So if you're just starting out and the ankle weights aren't serving you, they're not your jam, that is totally fine. Do it without. And the weights always do you. So go up and down. Use whatever weight works for you for that day. Good. Each time on that exhale, dive that belly. Just pull it back to the center. Good. Breathing in and out through your mouth. Good. Excellent. We're going to go one more each side here. Good. Hold those hands up overhead. We're going to just reach one leg at a time. Pull it back in. Good. Exhale as you pull it back in. Breathe in and out. Really reach those toes. Use that deep core. Dive that belly. Okay, you have that tactile cue there. Think about just a little dive of that belly to take that low back against the mat as you pull that leg back into tabletop. Good. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale here for 4, 3, 2, exhale, 1. Perfect. Good. Let's put those knees and feet together. Reach everything. Pull it back in. Good. 8. Exhale. 7. 6. Awesome job, you guys. 5. 4. You have a whole range here where you can take those feet out, where you can keep that core connection. So find where you can extend those legs and that low back doesn't arch off the mat. 2 and 1. Awesome work. We're going to set those feet down. Give yourself a quick restorative bridge lift. Okay, you can take those hands underneath your hips. Just open up that front body. Good. Set it back down. We're going to grab the weights. So whichever ones you want. I'm gonna go with my 5-pounders, and they're gonna go right on my hips. Exhale, we're gonna lift those hips for a 2 count. Okay, walk those shoulder blades underneath your back at the top, and then drop for 2. Fire those glutes before you lift those hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up for 2, down for 2. Up, 2, down, 2. Each time you're squeezing those glutes. So my butt is just barely tapping that mat there. So I'm not setting it all the way down. I'm not relaxing. My feet are hip distance. The weight is evenly distributed throughout. Good. And I'm re-squeezing my glutes each time before I lift those hips. Make the glutes do the work here. Exhale up. Inhale lower. We're taking it up for 2 and down for 2. Up for 2, down for 2. Good. We have 2 more. Last one right here. We're going to hold those hips high. Good. Isometric hold there. Take those weights up overhead. Elbows are slightly bent, palms facing each other. We're going to open up into a chest fly. Exhale, squeeze at those armpits. Pull everything back to the center. Good. Open it up and exhale, squeeze it here. Good. Switch out those weights if you need to from the glute bridge. You maybe want to go a little bit heavier there. Maybe you want heavier here. Exhale. Good, but adjust, go as heavy as you can where you can keep that form. Squeezing right at those armpits. You want to work those pec muscles to pull those weights back up to the center. Glutes stay on. They're holding your hips up. Good. 8. Exhale. 7. Use that breath. 6. 5. Awesome job. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Set it down. We're going to take those weights together overhead. Exhale. Dive that belly. Low back is against the mat. Pull those legs up to tabletop. Elbows are going to come at about a 45-degree angle and stay. Legs are at a 90-degree angle. They stay. We're going to open everything up. Exhale. Pull it back to the center. Good. Breathing in and out right here. Good. Use that exhale to pull everything back in. You're diving that belly, keeping that core connection. We have 10. Exhale, 9. Great work, friends. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic job. Set those weights aside. We're going to come onto our stomach. Good. Feet are going to stay on the mat here for this one. Glutes are going to stay on. We're going to pull that core up and in. Take those hands, place them on your forehead, and then rest everything down to the mat. Good. Breathing in, prepare, exhale. Keep those hands on your forehead. We're just going to lift that chest off the mat. Shine that light across the floor with your sternum. Hold it here. Tap the left elbow and then the right, the left, the right. Lengthen and set everything back down. Good. Exhale, lift. Tap the elbow. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lengthen. Set it down. Excellent. And lift that chest. Tap 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen. Set everything down. Last one. Glutes are on. Core is on. That chest lifts. Tap. 3, 2, 1. Set everything down. Awesome job. press it back into child's pose. A quick child's pose here. Good, round that spine, tuck that chin to chest. Just round through cat stretch. Good, and then come out to your hands and knees. Excellent, inhale. We're gonna slide the opposite arm and leg out. We're gonna lift for 10, 9, head stays in line with your spine, anchoring down through that opposite shin. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Slide the other opposite arm and leg out and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Great work. We're going to switch over. You're going to be up on one knee and one hand. So I'm going to slide my right leg out. Good. Breathing in and then out. We're going to lift that leg. Take it up. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in and lower back down. Good. Head stays in line with my spine here. Lift. 2, 3, and lower. Lift. 2, 3, lower. Exhale. 2, 3, take it down. Great work. Take it up. 2, 3, breathe in and up. 2, 3, little break. Take it up. 2, 3, lower down. 2 more. Up. 2, 3, last one on this side. Up. 2, 3, hold it here. Bring that knee in, press that heel out. Bring it in and press. Good. In and press. 8 more. Exhale. 8, 7. These are hard even without the ankle weights, you guys. Great work. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Fantastic work. I'm going to grab a weight. Come down to your side. Go ahead and bend those knees. Take that top arm up. Rest that head in your bottom arm. Bring the whole arm towards your ear. From there, we're going to hinge for a tricep extension. Good. Squeeze out that tricep. Exhale here. Great work. Keep it right here. Adjust the weight if you need to. Use that exhale on the extension. Good. We're going to squeeze it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good work. Good. We're going to stay on that same side. Come up on that forearm. Take that weight up overhead, and we're going to lift those hips for 8, 7. Just hold that weight overhead. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. 1, pull that weight down in front. Open it back up for 8. Good. 7. Lots of core work here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, friends. Last one right here, and we're going to switch to the other side. Perfect. Set it down. All right, we're coming up on that other knee. Okay, my left leg is straight out now. Good. We're going to lift that leg, take it up for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Exhale. 2, 3. Take it down. Take it up. 2, 3. Use that breath. Exhale. 2, 3. Breathe in. Take it up. 2, 3. We're halfway on these. Good. Set it down. 4 more. Take it up. 2, 3. I know the other side is fatigued and still working here. 2 more. Great work. Stay in it. 3, 2, 1. Lower. Hold it here. We're going to bring that knee in and press for 10. Good. Press that heel out. 9. You're squeezing out that quad, but you don't need to lock that knee. Good. 8, 7. Exhale. 6. Press 5. Good work. 4. I'm shaking right with you. 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Fantastic. Grab your weight. We're onto the triceps on this side. Take that weight up overhead. Pull that entire arm towards your ear, and then we're going to hinge from there. Squeeze it out. Exhale. Good. Just resting that head in that bottom arm. Good. We have 10 more on this side. Here's 9. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that weight up overhead. I could have told you guys this a long time ago, but there are no repeats in this class. We're just rolling through the exercises. We move on to the next one. Good. Knees are bent. You're up on that bottom forearm. Create a nice, good base. Lift those hips for 8, 7, 6, 5. Bump it up. 4, 3, 2. Hold those hips up here. That weight comes down in front. Control it. Open it back up. Control here. Everything stays completely stable except that arm movement. Good. Open it back up. 4. Exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic job. Set it down, you guys. Flip it over here. Just come into a low crouch. Good. You're just going to sink those heels back. Let those knees drop. Good. Get a little restorative movement here. We're working our way up to standing for our standing work. And that's where we'll finish today. Good. We're going to drop those heels, lift those hips, let everything hang nice and heavy. Good. Shake your head yes, shake it no. Maybe give yourself a little elephant trunk swing. Good. We're going to stack it all the way up, all the way through the crown of our head. Breathe in and out. Tuck that chin to chest. Round it down. Good. Relax your head. Walk it out into plank. Good. We're going to start right here. Inhale. Lift those hips. Exhale. Opposite knee comes to the elbow. Good. So you're going from that downward dog into a plank, and you're adding in that mountain climber with rotation across your body there. Bringing that opposite knee to that elbow. Get that stretch here. Get that work here. Use the exhale to bring that knee across. Good. We are down to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Walk it up, stack it up all the way through the crown of your head. Grab your weights, friends. I'm going to grab my 10s. We have a curtsy lunge bicep curl combo. So we are going to go. We'll start on that right side. Take that right leg behind the left. The bicep curl is here at the top. Good. Exhale here. Elbows stay by your side. My palms are facing each other for this one. Good. Curtsy lunge up to that bicep curl. Good. Exhale here. Great work. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. 1, shoulders over your hips. Just a little curtsy lunge. Pulse, good. Keep it here, nice and controlled. Shoulders over your hips, holding those weights at your side. This is a good time for just nice sips of air. Great work. Keep it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. Right into the other side, you guys. Curtsy, bicep curl. Same position. We've just switched sides. Good. Use that exhale here. Breathing in and out. Great work. 1 set of these on each side, and we move on. Good. Exhale. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Take those shoulders over your hips, down in their pockets. Little pulse, nice and control. Sips of air. Great work, you guys. We're almost done. We have 2 things left and a couple stretches, and that's it for this strength and Pilates fusion. Keep it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna go down to 1 weight, holding on either side of that dumbbell. Take it out. That left leg stays straight. Good. Press it up there in the center. Knee lift is optional. You can also just step it back in right here. Good. Breathing in and out. Good. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. We have 2 standing core moves after this, and that's it. Good. Use that exhale on that press. Knee lift is optional. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. I'm gonna go this way so you guys can see here. We're gonna hold that weight. Same thing, 1 dumbbell overhead. Good. I gotta catch my breath and get a quick drink. Real quick. Good, you guys do the same. All right, weight up overhead. We're gonna do just a standing march. I want you to get that flexion. That's why I turn this way, so you can see that flexion in my core. Exhale. That is what is bringing my knee up and that weight down just a little bit. Good. Exhale here. Standing. flexion. You really have to blow that air out through your mouth. Absolutely essential piece of this. Good. 6, 5. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Grab the other dumbbell. Good. At your side, feet are hip distance. You're just going to let that weight control it down the side of your body there. Exhale, I want you to recruit inner and outer obliques to pull everything back up to the center. Good. Breathing in and out. I am sweating, friends. That was a great workout. Hope you feel it too. Exhale, pull it back to the center. But it also feels so good. Pilates feels so good. Excellent for your mind and your body. Use that breath. Pull yourself back up to the center. Feel that nice stretch that you get here before you use those inner and outer obliques to bring everything back up. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Come up to the center. Set those weights down. Go ahead and take the ankle weights off. Good. We're going to just take those feet about hip distance. Give yourself a little spine reset here. Arms like the swings at the fair out to your side. And just reset your spine and let your breath come down. Good. Your heart rate come down. Breathing in and out. We'll come back to the center. Breathe in. Take those arms up overhead. Exhale, tuck that chin to chest. Round it down. Let everything be heavy. Shake your head yes. Shake it no. Good. Elephant trunk swing here. Little release of that low back. Back to the center. Stack it all the way up. Nice and tall. Take those feet out wide. Turn your toes out. Bend the knee that you come over. Breathe in. Press off of that foot. And out. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Again, just let your breath slow. Let your heart rate come down. Let the sweat just drip down your face. Good. One more each side. Bring it back to the center, friends. Big inhale here. We're going to take in what we need. Exhale out something you don't. Press those arms down. Good. One more big breath in. Big exhale. Blow all that air back out. Press those arms down. And relax. Thank you so much for joining Pilates Fusion Training and me today. A ton more workouts on my website at pilatesft.com or on Instagram, pilatesft. If you hit subscribe here, if you're watching this one on YouTube, then you'll get a notification when I add new free classes here. Have an awesome day.